Update for you now. For the first time, someone facing charges for their involvement in the pro-Palestine protests at the U of I has testified in court. 18-year-old Yafa Issa is one of 9 who had charges brought against her after the protests on campus back in April. She is facing a felony mob action charge. Her lawyer is challenging the constitutionality of the case. WCIA 3's Gabriela Mirando is live in our newsroom. So, Gabriela, what is his argument?
Jennifer, lawyer Bruno says felony mob action is defined as 2 or more people acting together using force or violence to disturb public peace. He says that's not what Issa did at the protest. Rather, she was grouped together with people who share a political ideology who were just trying to spread that message. He says if the prosecution is allowed to proceed, it could leave a lasting impact on how people make their voices heard.
They're building a felony mob action charge using constitutionally protected activity to do it.
That's the heart of lawyer Bruno's argument. Friday was the first day of the hearing of Bruno's motion to dismiss the case against his client, 18-year-old University of Illinois student Yafa Issa. He says the charge against Issa doesn't meet the definition of group in the eyes of the law.
In most mob action cases, the group's purpose is to go do something illegal, to maybe beat someone up, to commit some crime. That's what makes the group into a mob. To make that group a mob and charge its individual members with felonies, you need to show that they have an unlawful purpose. And that doesn't exist here.
In April, a crowd of people at the U of I set up a symbolic tent encampment to show solidarity with the refugees of Gaza. In a release, U of I police called the demonstration unlawful assembly.
The police used force to get in through the circle of demonstrators. The state then, months later, charged a handful of people who were at the protest with felony mob action, accusing them of using force and violence.
Champaign County State's Attorney Julia Reed says a total of 9 people are facing charges, including felony mob action. Bruno says if the prosecution is allowed to continue, it could have a lasting impact, not just here in central Illinois, but around the country.
The main concern with a prosecution like this is how it's going to chill future people from wanting to engage in public demonstrations. There are a lot of major changes to the law that have happened over the centuries that would never have happened if people stayed home instead of going out to protest publicly and loudly. And so that's what I'm trying to protect.
Friday was the first day of the ongoing hearing. It will continue this Wednesday. Reed says the felony mob action charge is a Class 4 felony that carries the possibility of up to 3 years in prison. She says all 9 defendants were charged with that. 2 have pleaded guilty to resisting a peace officer and 1 was dismissed. For now, live in the newsroom, Gabriela Mirando, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Thank you for that update.